Mr. Vice President, Excellencies, distinguished participants, dear colleagues from co-panelists as well, I'm very happy to be with you today. Today we gather to celebrate diversity, to honor the achievements of persons with disabilities, and to uphold what I believe to be the most powerful idea in the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, that is that all people are born equal. The world is failing to deliver on that promise. In all regions, people with disabilities are discriminated against and dismissed, held back and held down, undervalued and undermined. They are targeted and ignored. And technology presents, of course, huge opportunities for people with disabilities, but it also comes with huge risks. And these risks broadly fall into two categories, and we must safeguard against both. First, digital technologies are creating new spaces for attacks, discrimination, and exclusion. In a digital world that often feels lawless, cyberbullying is a rampant and virulent form of violence. It can spread rapidly, target people day and night, and perpetuate social exclusion and isolation. In today's online communities, cyberbullying often means that no place is safe. We have even witnessed cyberbullying as a political tool, turning people with disabilities into scapegoats and blaming them for society's ills. This abhorrent practice should have no place in today's world. Second, the motto, "Nothing about us without us," has given voice to the idea of meaningful participation. However, people with disabilities are being left out of important conversations about the design and implementation of technology. It means that new products come with the same old exclusion. Without inclusive approaches, we cannot truly answer people's needs. And we end up with even greater inequalities and unintended biases. Take e-governance, for example, which connects governments with the public. Some states, like South Africa, are leading the way when it comes to the co-design and co-creation of e-governance. However, only 1 in 5 member states involves people with disabilities in the creation of these programs in the justice sector, and just over 1 in 10 in education. It means that persons with disabilities are restricted from accessing vital services and fundamental rights like healthcare or voting. Or take online accessibility. Today, only 2% of the 2 billion websites are accessible to everyone. And without accessibility, there is no access to information. We see a compounding of discriminatory practices, and women, as usual, bear the brunt. For example, there is a 2.1 gender gap in internet access in favor of men with disabilities. Dear distinguished participants, I also want to highlight an overarching problem. Traditional markets simply do not prioritize investments in key assistive products like hearing aids, prosthetics, glasses, and wheelchairs due to lower profitability. These products are essential for exercising multiple rights, enhancing autonomy, and reducing the burden of unpaid care and support, which disproportionately falls on women. Problems with design, access, availability, and quality lock people with disabilities out of progress and deepen their exclusion. Some technology, for example, is designed by men and for men. Women receive prostheses and orthoses designed based on male autonomy, meaning they don't work as well. We need to tackle these glaring gaps, and that means putting people first, prioritizing women, highlighting market inefficiencies, and recognizing the need for economic reforms. Dear friends, I've met with and worked with committed people with disabilities over the years, and many of them have pointed out that their impairment is not the problem. Discrimination is. And we must root out that discrimination and tackle it head-on. As individuals and as societies, with tireless energy and commitment. The Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities encapsulates dignity, autonomy, and independence. And we must renew our push for its full ratification and implementation. My office is committed to this struggle for equality. We are determined to advance the care and support agenda by tackling gender, disability, and age-based inequalities, and we already see positive results in Spain and Latin America, for example. We are working with states to develop comprehensive support systems, as in Moldova, and we will continue to collaborate with civil society and the private sector to ensure that people with disabilities are truly seen, consulted, listened to, and respected. In fact, this motto that came from the disability rights movement, nothing about us without us, has actually influenced the broader human rights movement and is something very core to what human rights encapsulates for everyone. Our position is also very clear. Cyberbullying is ugly and it's unacceptable. We must confront it everywhere, on every occasion. Digitalization and innovation must be tools for inclusion, including in care and support systems. They must be designed with and for persons with disabilities. We cannot allow the technology divide to deepen inequalities, and we must live up to the powerful promise that is at the core of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Thank you.